What's the deal, everybody? Simon Khalil, coming back at you with another one. First one for 2022. Thank you for being patient with me. I appreciate y'all very much. So, are you planning to become a photographer in 2022? Some people say it's oversaturated. Some people say it's not a good money maker. Well, I call bullshit. Let's get into it. So you're looking to become or start your photography career or dabble in it in 2022. Fantastic. I honestly think it's not just a great hobby, but it's also a great profession. There are many people out there that say that the market right now is oversaturated, but it's BS. I'll be honest with you guys. There's always photographers needed for all different types of jobs, whether it's portraits, whether it's weddings, whether it's product photography. All these little nuances or genres of photography are needed regardless of your experience, whether you've been in the game for 10 years or you're just starting. I've been shooting for a little over 10 years now, and I can definitely tell you it's a great profession. It's not just a hobby. Yes, I spend a lot of time editing. As you newbies will find out, that editing is your probably biggest time consumption of this profession. So just get ready. Get ready if you are willing to do the work. At this particular point, you're going to be your own marketer. You're going to be your own customer service rep. You're going to be your own editor, especially when you're learning the camera. Let's get into learning the camera, right? It does not matter in the beginning on the type of gear you have. I think I've said this in a previous video, probably about 4 or 5 months ago, but it does not matter what type of camera you have at this particular point. For all I care, use an iPhone 12 or 13 and use the manual exposures on them. Learn that way. Pick up a camera and just understand what ISO means, what aperture means, what the shutter speeds do. What you have to learn all these concepts to understand perfecting a shot. Which, again, there's no such thing as a perfect shot because you will always go in Lightroom, Capture One, any of these softwares and edit that shot. So let's just throw that out there. Another thing you guys need to keep in mind is that lighting is key. You have great light, you can get a great shot. That doesn't mean shoot in the middle of the day when the sun is at its highest point. You have to take account of shadows and so on and so forth. So find yourself the best lighting and make sure you take that shot. Now, you can learn all this stuff on YouTube. YouTube has been my friend. I've gone through YouTube University myself. I never went to school for photography. It's not something that I figured out when I was 20 years old. I started photography when I was 27. So it's something that you can learn whether you want to do it as a side job or whether you want to do it as full time. It's something you can learn through YouTube and other sites like Skillshare. There are some LinkedIn learnings that you can also use that are pretty helpful, but there's a lot of content out there that if you want to get started, you can get started right away. Another key concept is for actually being successful in photography is stop caring about what everyone thinks about your work, right? What I mean by that is if you like it, post it, okay? Now, if you're trying to gain business from these images that you're taking, then yeah, I mean, you need to be a little bit more careful about what you're posting. But I've said this in other videos. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok should not be your professional site. You should have a website. Okay? Feature your work, your best work there. But when it comes down to it, post what you like. Okay? Stop worrying about what everybody else thinks on your social media accounts. It doesn't matter if other photographers are critiquing your work. Let them critique it. To be honest, what's the worst thing they can say? They could say it's a bad photo. Great. Do you like it? You probably do if you posted it. So who gives a fuck what they think? To be honest, that's been my mentality. I post basically anything that I like to post. I'll put down my Instagram handle right down here. I literally post everything from my dogs to photos I've done, weddings, portraits, cars, doesn't matter. I personally don't think that your social media site should be held back on things that you enjoy because you want to attract a certain type of audience. Now that audience may not, like what you like, and that's fine. But there are plenty of people out there that will like what you like, I guarantee you. Last but not least, I want to throw this out there. Very important. Just get started. Getting started is the hardest thing. I understand. You don't need the most expensive camera. Go on Facebook Marketplace and buy a used camera. There is nothing wrong with that. Figure out that editing software. Shoot a couple of things for free if you really want to get started. Okay? You don't have to be someone that's, oh, I need to get paid in order to do this work. To be honest, it's bullshit. Because why would someone pay you for the work if you're just getting started and you literally have no experience yet? Okay? I don't want to deflate anybody's head out there, but I hate to say it, but some of y'all need to be put back in check and realize that if you're doing free work, right, use that as a benefit to you. Don't just look at the negatives. Don't just sit here and say, oh, I'm doing this shit for free and the client's treating me this way, and they're not giving me this. No, make it worth your while. If you're doing something for free, talk to the person before you actually shoot them and say, hey, I'm going to get some content for myself. Since I'm scratching your back, scratch mine, right? There's nothing wrong with that. This is how the world works. At the end of the day, yes, you eventually want to get paid for your time, but we also have to be realistic about what we want and what we can get, especially when we're first starting off. You can't justify to me that this is your first photo shoot and you're charging $300. I don't give a shit what you have to say. For most people, it's not happening. Now, if you have a couple of years of experience and then you want to charge, 100%. No problem with that. But the key thing here, and I know I rambled on a little bit and I'll stop rambling, just get started. Stop making excuses. Stop sitting on your ass. Stop saying, yo, I can't do this, I can't do that for this and this reason. To be honest, that's bullshit. I have a full-time job. I do photography. I have 3 children. And I still find time to make the content that I want. So, I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys have any comments below, please leave them down low. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you can tune in to any videos that I make. If this is the type of content you guys like, do me a favor, drop a comment below. Let me know, and let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't like it. I don't give a shit. Just sit down there and comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Other than that, everybody have a safe 2022. Peace out.